Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Stacy and this is the For Bricks and Giggles YouTube channel. For today's speed build, I have a space set 6979, the Interstellar Starfighter from 1997. So stick around to the end to hear my review, and let's get started. Alright, so here we have the completed build. This set is right around 300 pieces and comes with 3 minifigures. And I've been working on completing this set for over a year. I got a bulk lot of mostly 90s Lego back in November of 2021, and I probably pulled out around 50 sets from that lot, and this was the last one I was working on, at least the last large one. I think I still have a couple of tiny sets I'm still trying to complete from that lot, but I've been working on completing other sets instead of those. You know, the larger Lego sets are always more fun, of course. And this one is absolutely unbelievable. I thought I had completed it. I needed a wire piece to complete it, and when I hooked up all the wires to the battery box and everything, I realized that the motor didn't work, but there was no way for me to know that until I had the final wire. But I was very lucky that a kind subscriber sent me a working motor to complete this set. So I am so excited. They just don't make Lego like this anymore, and it's in absolutely phenomenal shape, so I'm super lucky for that reason as well. So I'll go ahead and show you the minifigures first. So here is the first of the 3 minifigures. I absolutely love UFO minifigures. They're so detailed and just super unique. Definitely thought the red head was super cool. Anytime you get something other than the, standard yellow, I just think that's really fun. Next up we have this guy. I remember we had the Time Cruisers board game growing up, and this helmet was in that set and I always loved it, as well as these super cool shoulder armor pieces. You also get this amazing translucent neon orange head for him, which for the time, again, just felt super unique and totally different. And then finally you get the Overlord, listed as Gray Overlord on BrickLink. He is pretty expensive. This was one of the final things I was working on completing, was this minifigure, and that was because I needed the helmet and the head for him, both of which are fairly rare and expensive. This head is exclusive to this minifigure and is only found in this set and one other UFO set. It took me a while before I found one that was in good condition, and the total minifigure by itself starts around $15. So pretty expensive for a UFO minifigure, or a minifigure in general, but an absolutely fantastic minifigure. So like I said, this set has quite a few electronic pieces. It has two different pieces that light up, one of which actually spins once you've hooked up the motor. So it also requires a motor and a battery box and two wire pieces. So it's a lot of elements to get hooked up together in the right order, and they all have to be working for this set to function properly. So I'll go ahead and show you, the whole set, but I'll show you also how all of those pieces connect together. So here in the front, we have these gigantic dish pieces that are really cool. They are pattern pieces, not stickers, which is awesome. Lots of translucent neon green, which is a fantastic space color. So this opens up and there is a box there, as well as those red lights. So the box does open. You can store stuff in there. There is a patterned slope piece. And I am going to turn on the light. When you turn on the light, it turns on the rest of the mechanism, and the rotating motor does make sound. So I'll try and speak over that, but it is a little bit on the loud side. So it's really cool that it flashes back and forth like that. I believe you can flip the light around the other way and it'll just stay on as a solid color, but I thought it was more festive and fun to have it alternate the blinking lights. So the lights are attached to the battery box, so you can't really see a whole lot of the battery box. The black right here is part of the battery box, and that arrow piece is what you kind of push down and forward a little bit, and it'll stay on and in place if you do that. So that's really cool. These are also classic patterned slope pieces for UFO. We've also got these great pattern pieces as well, and those open up on either side, and you can see some of those wires now. When I got this set out of the bulk lot, it had both of the wired pieces, but they were both crumbling. That's like a very common issue. So I had to replace those, and I'm trying to keep them like well lubricated so that that doesn't happen again, because these are both in really nice shape and they're not peeling off yet. So they're attached to that red box there, and that is the motor piece. And then this gray piece here is also what lights up all of these little translucent clear pieces. So I am going to turn the light off so you can see those better, because it's such a faint light, or a small light, and it has to light up this whole tube, each tube one at a time. I just want you all to be able to see how brilliant that light is when there's no other lights on, when I don't have spotlights hitting it the way it is right now. So you can see how it lights up each of those little loops individually, and the motor spins that light so that it will do that, and I've never seen anything like that before. I think it's so cool. I was so impressed when I finally got this to fully function, because the lights in the front are cool enough on their own, but I had no idea that this is what it would look like when the whole thing functioned properly. Alright, the back has these two magnet pieces that hold the back end on. So you can remove this piece as its own flying saucer, which is really awesome. And then the top here, this is a sticker piece, and it is heat reactive, so I'm going to try and warm it up. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but it does, yeah, it does change color when you get it warm, which, like, who came up with that idea? That's just super cool. So it kind of goes from a blue-green color to an orangey color. I'm not exactly sure the intended purpose behind that, but it is a really cool feature. So then that just is magnetic back into place. So truly just a phenomenal spaceship. I mean, again, they just don't make Lego like this anymore. It's only around 300 pieces, but it is, you know, a gigantic ship. It doesn't take a crazy amount of pieces to make a fun build and an exciting Lego set. It is hard to believe that this set is 25 years old. It does have, you know, some rare minifigures and a ton of rare and hard to find, at least in good condition or working condition, electronic parts, so this set does tend to be on the more expensive side. I'm seeing a lot of listings on BrickLink, but most of them say that there's wear to the pieces, or they're incomplete, or, you know, the wires are fraying, or, you know, whatever it may be. So I would say it's probably at least $100 to get it complete in good condition, possibly more. That is one of the things I really love about bulk lots, is sometimes you find sets you wouldn't necessarily put the money out for individually, or you find something that, you know, like this, where it might be worth what the entire cost of the lot was. And I did have to buy quite a bit to complete this set, and I took a long time to complete this set. But also sometimes that's nice too, because if I'm already placing an order on BrickLink for stuff that I need, and they have a piece I need for another set like this, or, you know, any set, it makes it worth the cost of shipping when you can, you know, complete multiple sets at once. So I never rush usually into buying parts to complete sets. I always try and get my money's worth out of the shipping. So it's kind of fun to work on putting these puzzles together of sets over an extended time. I'm usually a pretty patient person when it comes to that kind of thing, so getting a few pieces here and there is kind of fun to ultimately complete an amazing set. So like I said, this set is a little bit more pricey, but if you get the opportunity to get it for a good deal, then I highly recommend it. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. See you all next time.